This girl got lucky she locked the doors right away. These two guys were following her home.
I don't consider myself to be a particularly ethical person, but I am fair.
Candy?
You already know if I'm going to take it?
Wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't.
But if you already know, how can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turning on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Tonight's video is I want to go a little bit more in depth on a video that I had did about Halle Bieber's stalking of Justin Bieber for over 15 years, 12 years. Either way, she was stalking him. And I'm going to say something that I generally don't say. And what I'm going to say is, while I strongly dislike double standards, this is one double standard that I will give the women, because a woman can stalk a man and it's rare that his life will be in danger. Now, I'm pretty sure you can find me a story or something that has happened that a woman stalking a man turned violent or it went left. But when men stalk women, I think it has a high probability of getting weird, getting scary, getting violent, someone getting unalived. And this is a thing that women have to deal with, especially the attractive women or women that happen to be in the space that there are no other women really. This is something as a man that we will not experience this. And I wanted to cover this particular topic because, as I say, I did that video where I say, as a man, I don't mind if a woman stalking me. Now, if I'm in a relationship, I hope she gets it that I'm out of reach and that she won't make trouble or issues in my relationship. But a lot of times I think when a woman is liking you and stalking you, you may never know. She will just follow you quietly. Men, I don't think they usually do that. Or maybe it is a lot of men that may just watch a woman from afar, but there will be a couple of them that will take that extra step because men are more action orientated. I have a story here that by the creator that I used in my last video, and I'm forgetting his name. And I will leave a link this time because I have to still add a link to that other video because I had to find the creator. He has this story about this YouTuber that became famous, a woman, and she got stalked. So let's see this.
So this influencer is about to get unalived by her own fan. Now the influencer, her name's Christina, and Christina loves to sing. And one day, when she's about 15, her friend convinces her to post a video of her singing a cover of a Hannah Montana song on YouTube. So she does. And to Christina's surprise, pretty quickly the video gets a little traction, tens of thousands of views. Not bad. But most importantly, people like it, and they like her. And some of these people, they start sending her requests for her to cover other songs. And so she does. And she posts another and then another. And soon she's posting all these cover songs on YouTube and she starts building up a decent following. And after about 2 months of this, her followers request that she cover Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. And so Christina does. And she posts it and it blows the fuck up. And that is when this woman sees it. Her name's Mandy. And Mandy's like, damn, this girl can sing. Here's the thing about Mandy, though. Mandy just happens to be Selena Gomez's mom and her manager. So Selena Gomez's mom and her stepdad, this guy, at this time, they both manage Selena together. So stepdad, aka Selena's manager, reaches out to Christina and they offer to represent her, and soon Christina's got a manager. So then she works with a big vocal coach and she releases an EP, and then boom, Selena Gomez asks her to go on tour with her as her opening act. And they actually become really good friends.
And there's Selena Gomez right there.
Oh my gosh, hi. Hi.
There's Selena.
And so Christina's star just keeps rising. Her YouTube channel's blowing up, she's getting all kinds of subscribers, and she wins a YouTube singing competition, and she and her family move out to Los Angeles so she can pursue making music full-time. And she goes ahead and makes a full-length album. But then, she's around 19 years old at this point, she auditions for The Voice, the television show. And she gets cast in the show, and Christina comes out on stage, and she absolutely nails it. And she's clearly the fan favorite, and she comes in third place overall, which is just amazing. A few years after that, she's like 22 at this point, she goes out on tour again.
And big thank you to everyone that has been coming out on tour to come see me.
Okay, let me stop you right here, because we'll come back to Christina. But now we gotta talk about this guy, Kevin James. Kevin James is 27, he's from Florida, and he doesn't really got a lot going on. He lives with his parents, he works part-time at Best Buy, the Geek Squad. He only has one friend, so he's kind of a loner. He's overweight and balding, which there's nothing wrong with that, who cares? But Kevin James is actually really insecure about it. But then, one day, Kevin James is messing around on YouTube and he comes across a video of this singer, Christina. And he is blown away by her. She's cool, she's charming, she's charismatic, she's a really talented singer. To him, she's the perfect woman. So Kevin James watches more and more of her videos, and soon enough, he's consumed everything she's ever released. Every vlog, every post, every picture, every tweet, he's seen it. So Kevin James monitors her social media, and over time, he slowly becomes obsessed with her. And he's never showed any interest in girls before, but now that he's discovered Christina, she's all he thinks about. He's got her pictures up all over his room, he's talking about her at work to all his co-workers, and they're like, this guy's fucking weird. So clearly he's not just a fan of her work, but he has feelings for her. And those feelings are starting to take an unhealthy turn. Because now, he believes that she's his soulmate, and that they're destined to be together. So what does he do? Well, he starts working on himself, thinking he's gonna win her over. He changes his diet to a vegan diet and he loses 50 pounds. He gets his teeth whitened. He gets LASIK eye surgery to make his vision better. He goes and gets hair implants to fix the fact that he's balding. So bro is feeling better about his looks than he ever has.
Wow. Now, it does look good that he made some changes in his life, but this is another big reason that I think, especially as men, you have to do things for yourself, not to get attention from women or especially a particular woman. Because a lot of times when you go out of your way to do something for a particular person that either, especially if they don't know that you like them and you're doing all this stuff, you're probably going to get disappointed. Okay. I'm leery to see where this story is going to go.
And even though he's never met her in person and she doesn't even know he exists, he still thinks that maybe all these changes will somehow get her attention. Until one day, Kevin James goes to work at Best Buy, and suddenly his coworkers, they start roasting him, like they're making fun of him. Now, they all know he's obsessed with this singer because he's always talking about her, and he's always listening to her music on his shift. And so they just heard a rumor that Christina now has a boyfriend, which is true. She does. So they all start teasing Kevin James like, you can't have her now. She's already got a man. You got played, bro. And allegedly, this pisses him off real bad. Because in his twisted, obsessed mind, he's already in a relationship with her. And as absurd as that sounds, to him, this feels like she's cheating on him. And Kevin James is not gonna let her get away with it. Shit is about to get dark. Now, Christina, she's still on tour, and her tour is about to come through Orlando. And Orlando is about 100 miles from where Kevin James lives. So he buys a ticket to her concert in Orlando. Then, a few days before the show, he goes and picks up 2 pew-pews he previously bought for this occasion. Then he takes a taxi from St. Petersburg, where he lives, all the way to Orlando, and he heads to her concert. Now, at the concert, Christina performs, she does her show, and she does great, like always. And Kevin James, he's there, he's in the crowd, he's watching her, he's planning out what he's gonna do, and he's allegedly still super angry about the fact that she is seeing someone else. And so the show ends, and afterwards, they're all still at the venue, and Christina is doing a meet and greet, which she always does. She's signing autographs and taking photos, and just genuinely being really awesome to her fans, and her fans love her. And Kevin James, he's there, and he's in line, waiting with the rest of the crowd, and when it's finally his turn to meet her, he steps up, and he seems really quiet, like he's nervous or something. So Christina notices this, and she thinks she can make him feel more at ease with a hug. So she looks at him, and she opens her arms wide to give him a hug, but instead of going in for the hug, Kevin James pulls out one of his pew-pews, and he points it right at her, and he pulls the trigger. Blam! Blam! Christina falls to the floor, and everyone freaks out, and they panic, and they start running. Everyone except for this guy. His name's Marcus. Now Marcus, he's Christina's brother, and he tours with her and he helps her out and stuff. And when all this goes down, Marcus is nearby running the merch table. And he sees this pew-pew go off, and immediately, boom, he jumps up from behind the merch table, and he runs over, and bam, he tackles Kevin James. And he grabs the pew-pew, and they wrestle for it. And luckily, Marcus actually overpowers him, and he gets it out of his hands. But then, Kevin James stands up, and he's backed up against a wall. And he pulls out the other pew-pew that he brought, and he points it at himself, and he pulls the trigger. Bang! He unalives himself. And unfortunately, you probably already know that Christina doesn't live through this event either. And that sucks. I mean, I've been making videos for a long time, and I remember her blowing up on YouTube and when she was starting to cross over into mainstream. And I really think she was on her way to being a big star. Like, I was a fan, my wife's a big fan. So, I don't know, it's really sad.
Wow. See, I get why some women are really leery of men, especially if it's in an alley, a dark place. You just popping out somewhere, approaching them. I don't even know how he was able to bring the pew pews into the concert. Now I'm pretty sure maybe because of that they do metal detectors now to make sure people are not bringing stuff in there. But I thought they was been doing that, especially with like rap stuff and other things that was going on. Or was it because it was a pop singer? People was thinking, oh, it won't attract that type of crowd. This is not the hip hop crowd and that type of stuff. So we don't have to worry about it. And that's sad because that woman, Christina, was young and she has so much potential. Now, some men that watch my channels be like, what's this shit? Look, while I am definitely about pointing out the things that women are doing and how they can be better, this video is more to for men because we all are on this particular thing on holding women accountable for us not to forget the things that women go through that we don't have to go through. I mean, I have a daughter and I shudder to think that eventually she's going to get a D pick or she's going to have some guy following her home or, and I'm pretty sure my ex has already told me certain things with dudes acting weird. And I don't know the percentage of guys, but it only takes one, especially if they can delete you or violate you or do something real damaging to the woman. So that's why I always have compassion when I'm approaching women and they are performers or they are doing things that I know they get a lot of men that come into their space and sometimes they're touchy grabby. Sometimes they just say vulgar things to them. And while I don't want them to lash out at me, I always try to understand that they go through that particular thing there. And then I try to give them plenty of space and I try not to judge them if they are giving me somewhat of a get away from me type of vibe or something. But I rarely get that from most of the women that I've come across. But as I say, I will not stop doing this, despite the fact that there will be people that say like, "Oh, you gotta be like this with the woman and be alpha and all that other stuff." I always will show respect to the woman, and not that I'm putting her on the pedestal, but I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. So anyway, I hope this video right here reaches the people that will reflect and don't, for the men that don't copy that type of behavior. If you like a woman, open your mouth up. If she's a superstar that you have no probably chance of meeting, try to find a woman in your own space that is similar or something. You don't have to get fixated. And this is why I think it's dangerous when a man becomes obsessed with a woman, because it can go that way if he can't let her go or he don't want to see her with anybody else. Even if that woman did you dirty, gotta let her go. So give me a like and subscribe. Have a good day. Men, let's stop doing this particular thing. Not that the guy is watching this channel does this, but if you have a friend or you know a guy that's kind of Looney Tunes over a woman, pull him by the collar and say, yo, dog, chill the fuck out, or just say something to him before somebody's life is changed forever. Peace out.
Previously on Star Trek. Somebody locked Kirk in the dryer. He was in there spinning for hours. Who put him in there? Khan, a genetically enhanced superhuman thawed out from the 90s. He could open any door and kill any man with one punch. Dead. Kirk tried to get him with knockout gas, but Khan was genetically engineered to know how to cover his mouth and run out the room. Dead. Khan could push buttons and turn switches on any operating system. Windows, Mac, Starfleet, don't matter. He could hide behind walls with ease. Kirk didn't even see him coming. Khan grabbed the phaser and balled it up like trash. An alarm went off. Kirk went to work. Running jump kick, double fist blows, scissor kick, neck leg takedown. Khan was unfazed. I'm 5 times the man you are, Kirk. Oh yeah? We'll take 5 of these. That was Khan's weakness. Repeated blows from a plastic pipe.